Season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out
and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Here's Cutler to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Cutler. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. On 3rd down, Lawrence. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Cutler. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 71 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson, even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Those bad teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now after the interception, here's Cutler. He's got Allen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. On 2nd down, Grayson. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Grayson. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. 3rd and 2, now Cutler. He finds his target, Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Cutler. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. On second down, Grayson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Cutler. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into low G. It's incomplete.
I see a surprise in the first there, Carter. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tucker's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Chris taking in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 27, Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cutler will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On 3rd down, Cutler. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Cutler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw, Cutler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again is Cutler. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Tucker's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Patrick Mahomes, over 300 yards passing in the victory, with a couple of touchdown passes as well. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Justin Jefferson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Alvin Kamara, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdowns scored in this game.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing here, Cutler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of it. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Lawrence will throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 2. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And this is Shepard on the catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now Cutler looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on 1st down. Grayson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson, and he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Now Cutler. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
London about set to take over on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Grayson, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, here's Cutler. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Cutler to throw. Flushed out, under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Tucker's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 12-7. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Grayson down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Cutler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Cutler. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Back to throw, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And Lawrence going to get his guys to go quickly. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Lawrence finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Cutler kneels on it, and that should just about do it. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory here. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.